let's talk the Reckless Stalker, the Great Biter, the Jaws of Steel, and the Furious One, the Great Finster, also known as Finn. Here we have the Magical Paw skin on Finn, which is the best in our opinion. The Magical Paw skin comes with its own effects, and they're pretty cool. There's always a flying ribbon or something trailing Finn, which looks pretty magical. It's very colorful, and everyone does love some color. Here are the other skins. First up, we have the Turfinator, which was my favorite skin before the Magical Paws came out. It makes Finn look like a cyborg, and it's super dangerous looking and tough, but it didn't have much else going on besides the Terminator look. Then we got the very cute Rudolphin skin, if you want to dress Finn up for the holidays maybe. Next up, we got the crazy Doberman Finn, which is my least favorite, I have to say, because why are we taking a cool animal like a shark and cross-dressing it as a dog? What's with Zooba developers and cross-dressing characters? I don't like it. They need to come up with better ideas for skin. Don't get me wrong, some skins are super cool, but a lot of them are not. Additionally, the brown of this skin is just so blah. So the skin wars are easily won by the Magical Paw skin in our opinion. No other Finn skin even comes close. Now let's go over the character basics. Finn's passive ability is the Blood Scent. It sounds so evil, I love it. Okay, so the Blood Scent basically enables Finn to smell low health opponents, and it also makes them visible. I don't know about that. Finn's active is everyone's favorite move, the Chomp, which is the famous shark bite that does a ton of damage and also lets Finn regain some health. How perfect! Finally, we have the Primal Instinct unlocked at level 12 that gives Finn Frenzy, which means that Finn gets a speed and attack boost when a low health enemy is nearby. So basically, the only thing that could make Finn a little bit better is speed, and you get it for a short time with this Primal, which is really nice. I like Primals like that make the character quite a bit better in an area that the character is not initially very good at. So in terms of his weapons, Finn's got an okay set. It's the same as Bruce. Finn has a spear thrust, which is pretty short range. It's nothing longer like the range of a Romeo dash or a Larry dash. Finn also has a short range bomb and a short range shotgun burst. All of these combine to nothing you want to write home about, but thank goodness for that deadly Chomp. These weapons do just fine in most scenarios when combined with Finn's active. Now that we've got all the basics down, let's talk about how they play out in Finn's battles. We'll share the cons first, what's not so good about playing Zooba with Finn, and then we'll share our pros or what's good about Finn and the things we love. Here are the cons. Con number 1 is speed. Finn is super slow when not in water. The gameplay with Finn, when you don't have the jungle boost or coffee item, is frustratingly slow, makes you mad. I find myself pressing so hard on the joystick on my screen because I just want Finn to go a little tiny bit faster, but to no avail. The speed is super frustrating, super annoying, and super slow. Con number 2, the Chomp reload time. Even though the Chomp is great, it has a couple of problems. One, it is really hard to aim it right. The Chomp is very hard to control. In the beginning, you waste a lot of these. Secondly, you have to aim very carefully because if you don't get it right, you have to wait a long time to get it back. This wait is a problem because after the bite, chances are you are really close to your opponent, and once you're close and you've missed, you're kind of in trouble because none of the other weapons besides maybe the shotgun or spear are going to do much damage, and they're certainly not enough for you to escape a battle because of their short ranges. So you have to become skilled quickly with Finn on the Chomp side of things, or you'll be frustrated. I stopped playing with Finn for a long time because I just wasn't learning fast enough, and the bite kept on going in different directions, and I just wasn't getting very good at it very quickly. So that is to say, it's hard to get used to Finn's movement in Chomp, so take your time with Finn because it gets better over time and with experience. Con number 3 is the very low health. That's the other reason why I stopped playing with Finn for a little while. It's a very frustrating aspect of Finn's gameplay. His health is very low. Finn can die in like 2 shots or like 1 shot if it's Duke's machine gun arrows or something like that. It's really lame. Nothing much to say about this other than the fact that when you're playing with Finn, you better be prepared to die often, in the beginning at least. Con number 4, not a single long-range weapon. Not counting the Chomp, of course, which has a very nice range. Finn is too limited for any mid or long distance gameplay. The Chomp is fine, but it takes forever to load and everything else is super short range, so when you decide to chomp towards someone, you better make sure that you are certain that you're going to get the kill. Otherwise, stay away from long-range weapon characters. And that's all there is that we think is not that great about Finn. So let's go into the good stuff, because Finn is one of our all-time favorites and easily a top 5 character for us. Let's discuss why with some pros. Pro number 1. I feel like I've already indirectly said it many times in this video, but it's the shark bite, or the chomp, as Zooba calls it. This bite can easily kill or almost totally wipe out an opponent. It's also a lot of fun to go after opponents with a shark bite. It looks funny, it is funny, and it's just a lot of fun. It does a lot of damage, and you get a lot of kills because of it. It is easily one of the best actives or specials that any character in Zooba has, and it never gets old. Every time you play with it, it's like you discovered it for the first time, and it's so enjoyable. Pro number 2 is Finn's Primal. Finn's Primal is awesome. The frenzy that you get when a low health enemy is nearby gives you a huge speed boost, and it makes a difference. It's almost like Finn can now travel and walk as fast as Finn can in water, but also in grass, which is really cool, because that's one of the most frustrating aspects, which is Finn's movement on land. So this kind of solves that problem, even though it solves it only for a little bit and in certain specific situations. But it is a welcome addition. This Primal is great. It doesn't really reveal the opponents, but it does give you a nice fiery boost. Pro number 3. Speed in water, and the fact that the chomp also works in water. I wish they had also allowed for the other weapons to be used in water like they do for Milo, but alas, that's not what you get. The speed in water, though, is a huge plus. Finn is the fastest water creature in the game. No one else comes even close. And when you couple that with Finn's bites in the water, you got yourself the king of all the lakes in Zooba. Overall, Finn is really great. And if you level him up to 14 or above, he becomes really awesome to play with, and not many other characters want to mess with him. Finn does come with a learning curve, but in the end, it's totally worth it because he's a lot of fun. Do you agree? What do you think about Finn? Let us know in the comments below, and until next time, peace.